everybody. Thank you for watching the video tonight. This is Culinary Independent Study Class, and my name is Christy Parsons. So to start out, let me just tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Belvedere, Illinois, which is about 70 miles west of here. I went to college initially at Illinois State University, and my degree was in fashion merchandising. And after I graduated, I actually worked at a clothing store called Express for about 4 years, and I went through all types of different positions there and wound up in the end being the operations manager, which I liked, but in the end it just wasn't for me. So I decided to go back to Northern Illinois University to get my teaching certification, and in 2000 I did just that. So since then I have received 2 masters and an ESL endorsement. This is my 21st year teaching and my 14th year at Fremd. And while I'm here at Fremd, I am the FCS department chair and the athletic coordinator. And when I get some time, which these days isn't very much, I do enjoy cooking, reading, and traveling. If you need to contact me for anything, this is my information. Email is probably the best way to contact me, but you can call that number, and my voicemail actually gets forwarded to my email. So for this class, we are doing the Safety and Sanitation Dual Credit course, and it's equivalent to the Harper's class FSM 119, which is the Safety and Sanitation class. So we're going to break this up into 2 semesters because we have less time. With less meeting times, it's really hard to get it finished within the 1 semester. So we're going to break it up just so we can incorporate some labs in there, some hands-on things. So we're going to do chapters 1 through 10 during the first semester, and then we're going to finish the last 5 second semester. And then hopefully by spring break time, then they'll be ready to take their Serve Safe test. So this is a test. It's called the Serve Safe Manager Certification. It's a wonderful opportunity for them. So what this is they can basically go into a restaurant and become an assistant manager immediately with this training if they pass the test. It's what every restaurant manager has to get, and they will be 1 step up above everybody. So I've been telling them the whole time that one of my favorite things I did in college was wait tables or work in the restaurant industry. And when they go to school, there's going to be tons of opportunities for them to do that. And it just taught me so much about myself working in that industry, customer service, just socialization, and how to manage people and talk to people, and just really, I came out of my shell at that point. So I just think it's a great job for everybody to do at some point in their lives. So this is our daily schedule. We do meet on A-days from 8:45 to 9:45, so that is 1B. Zoom attendance is taken at 8:45. I do like them to be prompt to class, which they have been. For the most part, we do class instruction, which includes some group notes. We do some videos, discussions, breakout groups where they can get into smaller groups and work with them. We go over homework, and again, at the end of the day, I always take attendance just to make sure everybody is still there. Homework, because we have less meeting times, there is some homework each night, usually about 2 to 3 different assignments. It includes any daily work or projects from the day that they didn't complete, as well as some reinforcement activities, some research on the internet, some ed puzzles, interactive games, lots of different things to kind of keep them more engaged and keep it interesting. Zoom expectations for when they're on Zoom. Signed in promptly at the time class starts. Make sure your microphones are muted, camera's on you so we can see that you're engaged. Make sure you're using the chat function in a professional manner, and making sure you're listening to what I'm telling you. The information that you're learning is important, and when it comes time for that test, you're going to understand it that much more. One of the things that's really helpful is that they have 2 devices that they can work off of. So if they're using their phone or their computer to Zoom, and then their iPad to do their work. The iPad is what most of the homework is off of, so to keep that clear of Zooming is always a benefit. Homework is due at time at the time it's posted in Schoology, so usually it's due at midnight, the night before we meet the next day. Late work is taken up to 2 weeks past its due date, but only for half credit. And one thing I always expect is that they're using their work time to do work. So if I do give them an assignment and give them time to work on it, just to make sure that they are doing it in the class and can ask me any questions while I'm there. And also, if there's any grade issues, make sure that you're communicating that immediately, just so that there's no surprises come the end of the semester. Also, check course updates and emails daily, and of course, remind updates. The remind text messages are always pretty good information that you need to know right away. Grading, all assignments are entered into Infinite Campus. There's going to be 3 different categories. 50% is daily work and homework, 30% are assessments, and 20% are labs. So speaking of cooking labs, I know I had mentioned this. I asked you guys to sign a waiver so they could cook at home. Thank you for that. I know some kids are utilizing the at-home labs and some are not, and that's totally fine at this point when they can pick what they want to do. But eventually, soon, hopefully, we'll be able to send home some food so that everybody's going to be required to cook. So on some days, students will be expected to use the cooking supplies in class to Zoom with me. Like, they'll cook while we're Zooming. Now, if for some reason they don't have a kitchen available to them, that's fine. So what I can do is offer them to come in the afternoon during that academic support time, which is the second A day of the week. And I'll go over more of that in a second, but they have to sign up for it. So they would need to make sure they communicate that with me, because if I'm sending food home, then I won't send theirs home. So if I know they're going to come in, I'll just keep those supplies at school with me. So, but it needs to be, because this is something we want to do during class, so I can kind of watch them, zoom in what they're watching. I mean, and really that's what, culinary class is cooking at the time that we're meeting. So I really want to try and incorporate that. So the academic support time is in the afternoon on the second A day of the week. So it'll be a Wednesday or Thursday from 1:15 to 2:45. We do have a nice 90-minute block to get everything done. So we can make everything, bake if we needed, and they have time to eat. So that time in the afternoon can also be used for any kind of academic support, like assignments in the class. If they're really backed up, they're more than welcome to come in and I can help them through. They can come in and do an open cook lab if they don't have any labs to make up. So this is going to be pastries and baking only. Make sure you give me the recipe so I know that I have everything on hand. And then eventually, hopefully in 2 or 3 weeks, we'll be able to get you guys in here in the afternoon when we start sending supplies home if you are not able to cook at home. Thank you again for your flexibility with all of the academic support time changes. We are trying to kind of roll with it as we learn the new information. So again, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and go through Schoology with you. I know most of you know how to use the Schoology and you've seen the platform. I just want to make sure that you know where our class is. So when you get into Schoology, it's called Independent Study of Culinary Arts, Parsons 2021. Their class is IS Culinary 1. So most of what we're going to be doing, so far we've done, we're in the second chapter of Serve Safe, but all of the chapters are kind of laid out the same. So within each chapter of the agenda's in here, the PowerPoint for the chapters in here, any kind of activities and assignments are all going to be within that point, and then the quiz is at the end. So all of those will be set up the same way. So that's about it. If you do have any more questions for me about anything, the academic support time, the lab supply pickup or drop off, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I do appreciate you coming here, and I hope you have a good evening. Thank you so much.